Welcome to the Open Enrollment Highlights for Retirees presentation. I'm Deborah Wells and my colleague is Erica Castillo. Together, we represent UCLA's Healthcare Facilitator program. In this presentation, we'll walk you through the most important changes for your UC retiree health benefits for next year and help you understand what actions, if any, you may need to take during open enrollment. Here's what we'll be covering in today's presentation. We'll start with a brief overview of open enrollment, including key dates and reminders. Then we'll move into the medical plans, highlighting what's new for next year. Next, we'll review Medicare and UC and how your UC retiree coverage works alongside Medicare. We'll also touch base on non-medical plans such as dental, vision, and legal insurance. After that, we'll go over how to make changes to your benefits during open enrollment. And finally, we'll wrap up with tools and resources to help you make informed decisions and get personalized assistance if you need it. Open enrollment overview. Let's begin with your open enrollment materials. UC mailed the 2026 open enrollment booklets on October 23rd. The university used the mailing address that were on file as of September 26. If you've moved or changed your address after that date, you will not receive a paper booklet, but you can still access everything online by visiting ucnet.edu and selecting open enrollment. Now here's a quick look at the 3 different booklets that were mailed. The first booklet on the left was sent to UCLA faculty and staff who are still actively working. The booklet in the middle was mailed to UCLA retirees who live in California and also retirees living outside of California who have a family member who is not yet eligible for Medicare. And finally, the booklet on the far right was sent to retirees who live outside of California where all family members are enrolled in Medicare. Even if you don't plan to make changes, take a moment to review your open enrollment booklet. Check that your plan isn't being discontinued and compare next year's plans and premiums. Even if you plan to stay in the same plan, your premium or benefits may change, so it's worth a quick look. If you're a retiree, you'll notice a special number printed above your name on the envelope that your booklet came in. This number shows the maximum amount UC contributes towards your medical and dental premiums. If you see a 100 above your name, the premiums listed in the booklet apply to you. If the number is less than 100, those premiums do not apply to you. You will need to log into UC Raise to review the personalized rates for next year. Open enrollment ends November 21st at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Time. Be sure to submit any changes before the deadline. You may have seen commercials on television or have received information in mail regarding Medicare's open enrollment October 15th through December 7th. Please do not get these deadlines confused. Be sure to pay attention to UC's deadlines since UC controls your health plan enrollment. We'd also like to point out that there are no pre-existing exclusions on any of our UC plans. This change is part of the Affordable Care Act. If you're happy with your current plan, you don't need to take any action. Your coverage will automatically continue into next year unless your plan is being discontinued. Major changes for PPO plans. There are some major changes coming to UC's PPO plans next year. The core plan and the UC Health Savings Plan, or HSP, will be discontinued. If you're currently enrolled in either of these plans, you'll need to select a new plan for next year. If you don't take action, you'll automatically move to the new Health Savings Plus plan. However, If you're a retiree in a split family, meaning one member in Medicare and another family member not in Medicare, you will default to UC Care and UC Medicare PPO, since the new plan is not available to anyone enrolled in Medicare. Beginning in 2026, Blue Shield of California will replace Anthem Blue Cross as the administrator for UC's non-Medicare PPO plans. This includes both UC Care and the new Health Savings Plus plan, which will now be administered by Blue Shield of California. Open enrollment is the time to consider your options for next year. Are you satisfied with your current medical and dental plan options? Have you recently married or need to add or remove a family member? Are you aging into Medicare next year? Have your health needs changed or do you need more flexibility? If you previously suspended your UC health plan, do you need to reinstate your coverage? This is the perfect time to review your situation and make any necessary changes. Retiree premiums. Your medical plan premiums are listed in your booklet starting on page 6. These rates apply to retirees who receive 100% of UC's maximum contribution. You're eligible for a Medicare Part B reimbursement only if your premium is 0. And if eligible, you'll see a credit on your monthly pension. In the plan cost key, the top number in bold is what you pay, and the number below shows your Medicare Part B reimbursement. If you are a retiree and have enrolled in a non-UC Medicare plan, you are not entitled to a Medicare Part B reimbursement. The reimbursement is only for retirees enrolled in a UC-sponsored medical plan. This slide shows the monthly premiums for non-Medicare members. Here are the monthly premiums for retirees and family members who are all enrolled in Medicare. As you will notice, only the Kaiser Senior Advantage Plan and the UC Medicare PPO without prescription drug coverage are the only two plans that offer a Part B reimbursement for next year. Here are the premiums for retirees age 65 and older who do not qualify for Medicare. And finally, here are the premiums for retirees with a split or mixed family, meaning some family members are enrolled in Medicare Parts A and B, while other family members are not enrolled in Medicare. Your UC medical, dental, and legal premiums are deducted directly from your monthly pension. The amount you pay, if any, appears as abbreviations on your pay stub. For example, MED stands for medical, DEN for dental, MBR for member. That means you, the retiree. ER is the employer, the University of California. And PREM stands for premium. We often receive calls from retirees asking about these deductions. If you look at your pay stub, you will see a breakdown similar to one shown here. MBR helps you identify which portion you, the retiree, pay for coverage. If you want to know the plan premiums for next year, log into UC Raise. You can also use the Retiree Premium Estimator tool found on UCNet. Medical Plan Overview. For our non-Medicare members, we have the PPO plans administered by Blue Shield of California, that's UC Care, and the new Health Savings Plus plan. We also have UC Blue and Gold, administered by HealthNet, and Kaiser Permanente. For our Medicare members, UC will continue to offer 3 Medicare supplement plans administered by Anthem Blue Cross, which are UC Medicare PPO, UC Medicare PPO without prescription drug coverage, and High Option. We also have UC Medicare Choice, administered by United Healthcare, and Kaiser Senior Advantage. UC also provides the VIA benefits program for Medicare retirees living outside of California. And on the far right, you'll see the non-medical plan options, which include dental, vision, and legal coverage. Your available plan options depend on where you live. The plans shown in black are the non-Medicare plans, and the plans shown in red are the Medicare plans. If you want to see which medical plans are available in your area, visit the Plan Availability tool on the UCLA Healthcare Facilitator website. Please note, the Kaiser Senior Advantage plan is not offered in the San Luis Obispo area, zip code 93401. In that region, your available plans are UC Medicare Choice, UC Medicare PPO, or High Option. Next, we'll review the HMO plan changes for next year. Kaiser Permanente. This slide provides an overview of the Kaiser Permanente non-Medicare benefits for next year. The changes for next year are highlighted in red. One key update is the coverage for weight loss medications. Coverage is available with a BMI of 40 or higher, and for certain medical conditions. There is no coverage for weight loss purposes only if your BMI is below 40. For full benefit details, please visit ucnet.edu or contact Kaiser directly using the phone number listed in your open enrollment booklet. Next, we'll take a look at Kaiser Permanente Senior Advantage Plan. This slide shows the 2026 Kaiser Senior Advantage benefits for retirees enrolled in Medicare. The changes next year are highlighted in red. Key updates include the inpatient copay that is increasing to $350 per admission. The emergency room copay is also increasing to $100. Coverage for weight loss medications for certain medical conditions such as type 2 diabetes, stroke, or obstructive sleep apnea for members with a BMI of 27 or higher is covered. And an important note, if you're currently taking the GLP-1 medication and your BMI is under 40, it will not be covered starting in 2026. For the full benefit details, please visit UCNet or contact Kaiser directly using the number listed in your open enrollment booklet. If you're enrolled in Kaiser Permanente or Kaiser Senior Advantage, the plan to travel or have a dependent living out of the area, contact Kaiser's Away from Home Travel Services at area code 951-268-3900, available 24/7. Kaiser provides nationwide options for care while visiting or temporarily outside your service area. Kaiser Permanente and Kaiser Senior Advantage members have access to non-urgent or urgent emergency care across the United States. As shown on the map, Kaiser operates in California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, Georgia, Virginia, Hawaii, Maryland, and DC. When traveling outside of these regions, You can still receive care through partner networks like Cigna PPO, Concentra Urgent Care, Minute Clinic, and the Little Clinic, many of which include pharmacy services. This ensures that Kaiser members can access care wherever they travel in the United States. To learn more about or get help enrolling in Kaiser, call 1-800-324-9208, Monday through Friday, 7 to 6 p.m. You can also scan the QR code to schedule a virtual or Spanish appointment. Next, we'll review UC Blue and Gold. The key updates for 2026 include continued weight loss drug coverage for qualifying members with prior authorization, new virtual cooking classes through HealthNet's Share Care program, and expanded telehealth services at no cost. For weight loss medications, coverage applies to BMI 40 or above when HealthNet prior auth criteria are met. Continued coverage may apply for certain conditions such as type 2 diabetes, major cardiac events, and obstructive sleep apnea. There is no coverage for weight loss purposes only if your BMI is under 40. Existing users may continue if the physician certifies medical necessity and HealthNet approves continuation of therapy. For full details, please log in to UCNet or call HealthNet using the number listed in your booklet. Medicare Advantage PPO plans. UC Medicare Choice PPO. Here's a summary of the UC Medicare Choice PPO benefits for 2026. A few key changes to note is the inpatient care now has a $350 copay, whether you're in-network or out-of-network. Emergency room visits will have a $100 copay, both in the United States and abroad. Specialty drug coverage is changing from a flat $30 copay to 30% coinsurance up to $150 maximum per prescription. The fitness program will transition from Silver Sneakers to Renew Active, which includes gym memberships, live stream fitness classes, and wellness clubs. You'll also have new access to the Calm app, offering mindfulness tools and stress management resources. Please note, the Personal Emergency Response System, PERS, will be discontinued next year. If you currently use that service, contact United Healthcare for continuation options. All other core benefits, including telehealth visits, behavioral health, and open access to any Medicare provider, remain the same. Medicare PPO plan changes. Next, we'll move into one of the most significant plan updates for 2026, the introduction of the new Health Savings Plus plan. The new Health Savings Plus plan will replace the current Core and UC Health Savings Plan. It's a high-deductible health plan paired with a health savings account, giving members the flexibility to save and pay for qualified medical expenses on a tax-free basis. This plan is administered by Blue Shield of California. The annual deductible is $2,500 for self-only coverage and $5,000 for family coverage when using in-network providers. For out-of-network care, the deductible increases to $4,000 for self and $8,000 for family. Preventive services remain covered at 100% in-network with no deductible required. Most other services, such as office visits, hospital care, labs, x-rays, and urgent care, will be subject to the deductible, then covered at 70% in-network or 50% out-of-network. Prescription drugs will be managed by Navitus, with mail order and 90-day supplies available through Costco, UC pharmacies, or other retail pharmacies. Weight loss medications will continue to be covered only for members with a BMI of 40 or higher. Acupuncture and chiropractic services are combined under a shared limit of 24 visits per calendar year, covered at a 30% after deductible has been met for in-network. The in-network annual out-of-pocket maximum is $6,700 for individuals and $13,400 for families. The out-of-network annual out-of-pocket maximum is $8,000 for individuals and $16,000 for families. This plan includes an HSA that allows you to save, invest, and use pre-tax dollars for eligible medical expenses now or in the future. You are not eligible to enroll if you are already enrolled in Medicare, or if you are covering a family member who was enrolled in Medicare. For 2026, the IRS contribution limits are $4,400 for single coverage and $8,750 for family coverage. UC will make an annual contribution of $750 for single coverage and $1,500 for family coverage that is deposited into your health savings account each January. Members who are age 55 or older can contribute an additional $1,000 as a catch-up contribution for the year. The HSA is administered by Health Equity, UC's HSA custodian. Please note, if you live abroad, you can enroll in this plan, but you cannot make HSA contributions. And an important reminder for retirees, this plan is available only during open enrollment. There are no mid-year enrollments permitted. Next, we have UC Care. UC Care is a PPO plan which continues to offer worldwide coverage. As you know, UC Care consists of 3 tiers, and your out-of-pocket cost depends on where your services are rendered. Tier 1 includes all UC select providers such as UCLA Health, UC San Diego, UC Irvine, UC San Francisco, and UC Davis. Tier 2 includes all Anthem or Blue Shield of California providers. Tier 3 includes all out-of-network providers. We've highlighted in red print the changes for 2026. Tier 1 has no deductible, while Tier 2 has a $500 deductible, and Tier 3 has a $750 deductible. Preventive care continues to be covered at 100% with no deductible. For most services, such as office visits, inpatient care, or urgent care, members pay 30% in-network or 50% plus any remaining balance if you use an out-of-network provider. Behavioral health visits are through Blue Shield Behavioral Health with a $0 copay for the first 3 visits. After 3 visits, your copay is $30 per visit. Prescription drug coverage remains through Navitus, and a new convenience feature for 2026 allows Costco to deliver prescriptions the same day for a 0 copay through Instacart. Weight loss medications continue to be covered only for members with a BMI of 40 or higher. Members currently taking these medications with a BMI under 40 will need to go through recertification to remain eligible. Members can use Live Health Online, available 24/7 for both medical and behavioral health visits at a $30 copay. The annual out-of-pocket maximum is $7,600 for individuals and $14,200 for families for in-network care. Now let's talk about Accolade. Accolade is the first point of contact for our non-Medicare PPO plans, which are UC Care and the new Health Savings Plus plan. In addition to general customer service, Accolade offers clinical support, virtual care, assistance with understanding a diagnosis or treatment plan. Members can also have access to virtual second opinion through Second MD, including virtual primary care visits and behavioral health therapy services. For more information, contact Accolade at 866-406-1185 or log on to their member portal. UC Medicare PPO. Next, we'll review the UC Medicare PPO plan that's administered by Anthem Blue Cross. In this plan, Medicare is your primary coverage and Anthem Blue Cross serve as your supplement plan. There's a $100 deductible per member, but if your service is covered by Medicare, the deductible does not apply. For inpatient care, there's no copay for days 1 through 60. For days 61 through 90, you'll pay $70.40 per day. And after day 91, you'll pay 20%. For most office visits, including behavioral health and chiropractic care, the member cost is 20% or 20% plus the remaining balance if the provider is not contracted. Prescription drug coverage will remain through Navitus. Hearing aids and acupuncture services are not covered by Medicare, but Anthem will cover 80% and you'll pay the remaining 20%. Anthem will also cover 24 acupuncture visits per year. Telehealth is offered through Live Health Online 24/7 with a $20 copay per visit. The annual out-of-pocket maximum is $1,500 for medical services per member and $2,100 for prescriptions. Members have worldwide coverage for up to 6 months. But if you'll be outside the United States longer than 6 months, you'll need to enroll in UC Care. And finally, remember, you must always use Medicare-approved providers except for services like acupuncture, hearing aids, or certain behavioral health visits. Next, we have the UC Medicare PPO plan without prescription drug coverage. If you enroll in the UC Medicare PPO plan without prescription drug plan for next year, Medicare will be your primary plan and Anthem Blue Cross will be your supplement plan. This plan is identical to the UC Medicare PPO plan, but it doesn't have prescription drug coverage. There are no changes for next year. Next is a UC High Option Supplement to Medicare. If you enroll in UC High Option Supplement Plan for next year, Medicare will be primary, Anthem Blue Cross will be secondary. Between Medicare and your Anthem Supplement Plan, most services are covered in full at 100%. The High Option Supplement Plan has one minor change to the prescription out-of-pocket maximum, which is $2,100 highlighted in red. Please remember, you must use Medicare-approved providers. Next, we'll cover VIA benefits. UC's Medicare Coordinator Program. For 2026, UC is increasing the HRA contribution to $4,000 for self-only and $8,000 for those with a spouse or domestic partner. You can estimate your HRA using UC's new tool or simply scan the QR code on this page. Your new HRA funds will be available starting January 2nd, 2026. VIA Benefits is UC's Medicare Coordinator Program for retirees living outside of California, where all family members are enrolled in Medicare Part A and Part B. The program offers more choices, value, flexibility, and personalized support. UC provides the annual HRA contribution for each covered family member, and retirees must submit a paper form during open enrollment if they need to make changes to their dental, vision, or legal plans. To enroll in VIA benefits, retirees must first be eligible for UC retiree health insurance. Both the retiree and their covered spouse or partner must be age 65 or older and also enrolled in Medicare Parts A and B and living outside of California. If anyone on your plan is under the age of 65 and on Medicare, you'll remain in UC's Medicare PPO or High Option Plan. For more information about VIA benefits, log on to their website or contact VIA benefits at 855-359-7381. UC Medicare requirements. If you'll be enrolling in Medicare next year, UC offers several helpful tools, including the Medicare fact sheet and Medicare webinars. For more information about these resources, see what to do when enrolling in Medicare at ucal.us/Medicare. Medicare enrollment is mandatory for all retirees and their family members if you are eligible for premium-free Medicare Part A. If Part A is premium-free for you, you must enroll in Medicare Part B. UC relies on Medicare to offset the cost of insurance. Retirees over age 65 without Medicare cost twice as much or more to insure. Medicare partially reduces the cost, which keeps UC premiums affordable, which allows UC to continue to fund health benefits for retirees. To enroll in a UC-sponsored Medicare plan, your Medicare ID card must reflect both Medicare Part A and Part B. Failure to comply may result in penalties and permanent loss of your UC-sponsored medical coverage. The only exception are for those who retired prior to July 1st, 1991, or retirees who reside outside of the United States. But keep in mind, if you move back to the United States, UC will require you to enroll in Medicare. So you may have a Medicare late enrollment penalty at that time. Everything you need to know can be found in this Medicare fact sheet available on UCNet. Once you're retired, if you have some family members eligible for Medicare and other family members who are not currently eligible for Medicare, you're considered a split family or a mixed Medicare family. The non-Medicare family member will be in the non-Medicare plan, and the Medicare family member will be in the Medicare plan. The retiree is the driver of your Medicare plan. If the retiree is in UC Blue and Gold, the Medicare family member must complete UBIN 121 and be enrolled in the UC Medicare Choice Plan. If the retiree is in Kaiser Senior Advantage, the non-Medicare family member will be in Kaiser Permanente. If the retiree is enrolled in UC Care, the Medicare family member must complete UBIN 123 form and will be enrolled in the UC Medicare PPO plan. You will notice for the Health Savings Plus plan, there isn't a prescription drug form number listed. If you are enrolled in this plan, you will need to select one of the plans above and complete the UBIN 100 form along with the corresponding prescription drug form. The non-Medicare family members will be in the corresponding non-Medicare plan. Now let's cover the Medicare member ID cards. You may not think about your health insurance ID card until your doctor or your provider asks you for your information. The appropriate ID card must be presented to obtain coverage for services. Every year, you should look to make it a point to find out if your plan will be issuing new ID cards. Over the years, I have found that many of our members are carrying the wrong health plan ID card or no ID card at all. You can prevent being denied services by simply presenting the most updated ID card to your provider. All ID cards should be received by the first of the year. If you do not have your ID card, please contact the plan directly. Non-medical plan changes for 2026. Both Delta Dental PPO and Delta Care USA HMO will continue to be administered by Delta Dental as the vendor. Premiums will increase slightly by 2.13% for PPO and 2.48% for HMO. UC continues to pay 100% of the premium for retirees who are not subject to graduated eligibility. VSP continues as the vision plan vendor with no changes to benefits. Premiums will increase slightly by 2%. UC doesn't contribute toward the coverage, and retirees make payments directly to VSP. If you're currently enrolled, your coverage will automatically continue as long as you keep your premium current. AROC continues as the legal plan vendor with no changes to benefits. Premiums will remain the same and there is no UC contribution. The premium is deducted directly from the retiree's monthly pension. If you're currently enrolled, your coverage will automatically continue next year. Prudential Life continues as the AD&D insurance provider with no changes to benefits. UC does not contribute towards this coverage, and retirees make full payments directly to Prudential Life. If you're already enrolled, your coverage will continue. Enrollment is open all year long. You can call Prudential or visit UCNet to download the form. Nationwide remains as our pet insurance vendor, covering most household pets at preferred UC rates. Livestock are excluded, and enrollment is open all year long. Now let's talk about how to make changes. To make changes, log into UC Raise. After you've made your selections, make sure you click Confirm. Remember, your changes are not saved until you click Confirm and receive your confirmation message. Retirees having any issues logging into UC Raise or having computer problems or do not have a computer at all, or you're possibly locked out of UC Raise, you can call the RASC at 1-800-888-8267 to make changes over the phone, or you can complete the UBIN 100 form to make changes using the paper form and submitting it to the RASC by the deadline. If you're changing to a new Medicare plan, Blue Shield of California plans use the UBIN 123 form. If you're switching from UC Medicare PPO to high option or switching from high option to UC Medicare PPO, a new UBIN 123 form isn't required. If you're enrolling in Kaiser Senior Advantage, please complete UBIN 127. If you're changing to the UC Medicare Choice Advantage PPO plan, use the form UBIN 121 form. Make sure you fax your forms to the RASC at 1-800-792-5178, and it must be received by the deadline. Mail all forms to the RASC at P.O. Box 24570, Oakland, California, 94623. They must be postmarked by the deadline if you're going to mail your forms. If you're changing Medicare plans, you as the retiree or the survivor and enrolled in a UC medical plan, and either you or your covered family member are in a UC-sponsored Medicare plan, the UBIN 101 form is only necessary if you disenroll or cancel a Medicare family member from your plan. This form is also required if you're going to suspend your medical plan, which covers a Medicare member. If you disenroll from any Medicare plan and enroll in a UC Medicare PPO plan without prescription drug coverage, you will also need to complete this UBIN 101 form. These are the only times you need to complete this form. If you have any questions, contact the RASC at 1-800-888-8267, or you can contact your local healthcare facilitator. Open enrollment is your opportunity to make benefit changes. But if you experience a qualifying life event such as marriage, divorce, or loss of coverage, you can make changes within 31 days of that life event. UCLA Health providers. During open enrollment, if you would like to have access to our UCLA Health providers, by enrolling in UC Blue and Gold, the Health Savings Plus Plan, UC Medicare PPO, High Option, or UC Medicare Choice, you will have access to UCLA primary care and specialty care services. If you need help finding a doctor who's right for you, Call UCLA Health at area code 310-825-2631, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now let's talk about our Healthcare Facilitator Program. The UCLA Healthcare Facilitator Program assists employees, retirees, survivors, and covered family members. We serve over 56,000 active employees and over 17,000 retired faculty and staff. Before reaching out to your healthcare facilitator, please take the time to understand your benefits by reviewing your evidence of coverage booklets on UCNet. Also, contact your health plan directly for assistance. The telephone numbers for every plan is listed in your open enrollment booklet or on UCNet. You can also call your provider's billing office directly if you receive a bill. Always call your provider's office first to make sure they have your most up-to-date insurance information on file. For assistance, contact your healthcare facilitator if it's an escalated issue. Erica Castillo assists employees and retirees with last names beginning with A through K. And I support those with last names L through Z. When possible, we prefer you to reach us by email at hcfhelp@chr.ucla.edu or just call the number shown below. Tools and resources. Listed on this page are resources you may find helpful. We have included the steps retirees should take when you are ready to review your open enrollment information. Everything you need to know about your UC Health and Welfare benefits can be found on UCNet. Your annual open enrollment, evidence of coverage booklets, and fact sheets can be found on UCNet. If you need to contact the RASC, we have listed their information here. We have also listed CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Social Security, and HICAP is listed here as well. When it comes to Medicare and Social Security benefits and information, these are the experts to address your questions. If you have a question after reviewing this presentation, we invite you to attend one of our retiree open enrollment help desk sessions. We'll be available live to answer your questions. Since this is our busiest time of year and we have a two-person team who serves a large population, we encourage you to please attend one of our help desk sessions for general questions. To register for a session, click on the link below. You do not need to attend every session. If you have a complex question about open enrollment or in the middle of treatment and planning to change plans or need transition of care assistance, contact your health plan directly. In closing, here are a few final reminders. Before open enrollment ends, read your booklet, review the materials, and confirm any changes. Open enrollment ends Friday, November 21st at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this is a firm deadline. If you need to complete a Medicare form, the Medicare forms are due by November 28th, 2025. Even if you're keeping your current plan and not making any changes, we highly suggest you take a moment to log in and review your coverage and your premiums for next year. Thank you for taking the time to review UCLA's 2026 open enrollment presentation. We hope this information helps you make confident decisions about your benefits for the upcoming year. On behalf of the UCLA Healthcare Facilitator Program, we appreciate your attention and wish you a smooth and successful open enrollment.